What's up guys, Chris here from Mainely Mesh. Today I have a little bit of a sneaky product release. The new Nike Vapor 2.0 head has finally dropped, and it's an interesting offering that I'm going to take you through real quick in a little bit of an overview, and then later on I'll do a field review where I take you through all of the aspects down on the field. The Nike Vapor 2.0 head is the first new release we've seen since the Nike Alpha head, which was kind of a bust, so it's really the first newer Nike product since I believe the Lakota U. So Nike hasn't really been putting out too many heads recently. This is an interesting one, and I'm glad they've come back with something strong in the market. First and foremost, what's cool about these Nike heads is they're usually on the less expensive end of the market. I know the Lakota U has kind of snuck up in price because of its popularity, but this new Nike Vapor 2.0 is actually only $69.99. So it's a $70 head, which puts it right in that intermediate level price range, which is something that I think is going to be really attractive for you guys. The 2.0 is a U-spec head, so it does have that 3-inch throat all the way up to the 6.5-inch at the top, and it features a really low offset here. So this is actually probably the lowest bottom rail that I've ever seen in a head, lower than the Optic. And if I show you the original Vapor right here, it's actually even lower than the original Vapor, which was a pretty focused low pocket head. To be honest, that's not something I'm too excited about. I think it's going to have a very long release, but if you're, one of those one-handed attackmen that really likes that long release, I think it's going to be a great feel. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see this almost everywhere in college attackmen this year. Nike kept a pretty similar sidewall strut profile to the original Vapor. They actually stretched out these two struts ever so slightly, so it should be a little bit stronger over the long haul. And then they added a little bit of coring out on the inside on the bottom of these two struts. So I'm glad they didn't core out this top strut, otherwise I would have been worried about strength a little bit. It's a pretty stiff head, it's nothing too crazy, it just does feel like a nice $70 head. It weighs in pretty light, so let me weigh that for you real quick. So as you can see here, the Vapor 2.0 weighs in at 4.955 ounces. So right in kind of the middle of the pack of the U-spec heads now. It seems to be that the upper range is about 5.3 ounces and the lower range is about 4.8, 4.85, with the Recon, I believe, coming in at the lightest around 4.5. So it's definitely not light per se, but it's a solid option, and it's not going to feel too heavy on your shaft, especially with the center of the gravity being so low in the head with that low profile bottom rail. As far as stringability goes, this head is coming in with 14 sidewall rails, which honestly I think is going to make the pocket string a little bit funky, especially if you're like me and you're used to kind of having that 4 pull downs, a float, a stacked SI. Might be a little bit funky, especially with such a low pocket, but I think it's going to be something, like I said, that's really conducive to kind of those low bags that college players are used to. So really, this is going to be right up your alley. If you are a one-handed attackman, I really don't think you're going to want to spend too much money on anything else. If you like just a low bag with a long release, it's going to be smooth, it's going to be consistent, nothing too crazy, a nice $70 option for sure. That's really all I have to say about the Nike Vapor 2.0 for now. I'm going to string this bad boy up and start testing it down on the field and put out a field review sometime soon where I'll talk about the scoop, talk about the throat a little bit more, and give you guys a little bit more information. If you'd like to snag this head, please check out the link down below. I will include a link not only for the Nike Vapor 2, which is $70, but also the original Vapor, which is a high school spec head, but now it's down to $45. So if you're looking to take advantage of a nice low pocket high school head, that's a really solid option in the Vapor. Make sure you snag that because they're not going to be legal any further than this year. That's about it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, ask me any questions in the comments down below. The usual. I will catch you guys next time.